and welcome to the Lancer Garage. My name is Mr. Richards, and I wanted to take a few minutes to talk to you about some of the automotive classes that we offer here at Livingston High School. So, in your Livingston career so far, in grades 6th, 7th, and 8th, you've had a chance to learn some of the general technology that we offer in our different courses. Here at the high school, we offer some very specific technology. So one of those in particular is the automotive program. So here we are in the auto shop, and some of the courses that we offer they all start off with the first level auto program, which is called Transportation and Automotive Systems. This is a course that is designed for anybody to take. You don't have to have any prior background knowledge. However, it is a very hands-on course, and it's held right here in the Lancer Garage. During this course, we take the opportunity to learn how a car works, all of the ins and outs of working on cars. We learn how to put a car up on a lift and safely work underneath it, under the hood, in and around it. You do not need to become a mechanic to take this course, but since most of you at some point will probably drive a car, it's a great course to give yourself a good background of what's going on. So many of you have had an opportunity to get inside of a car, whether you drive the car or your parents or family member. They get in there, they turn the key, it goes on, and it just goes. But you don't really know what's going on underneath the hood, and if there is a problem, what do you do about it? So during this course, to begin with, we focus a lot of our effort and attention on the emergency services and basic maintenance that you can take care of on your own with just the tools that even come with the car. We'll take a look at things like, what do you do if you have a flat tire? How do you change a flat tire? How do you use the jacks and tools and spare tires and things that come with your car to change those? If you're on the side of the road, we'll take a look at how you do it in your own driveway, and we'll also study how a mechanic might do it. This is going to make you a little bit of a better consumer as well, so that if you ever have to take your car to a mechanic or to a shop to be repaired, you'll have a little better understanding about what the repair entails, what it's going to cost, and how to make sure that you're getting the best deal in maintaining your car properly. We'll also take a look at some things like jump starting a car, how to change headlights, how to kind of change a battery, put air in your tires, and take care of some basic maintenance. As the course progresses, we get a little bit more in depth. We do a really neat project where in small groups you're each assigned a small engine. You'll tear that engine down into a lot of different pieces. You'll kind of take a lot of pictures and make a little portfolio along the way, and then you'll get that engine back together and make it run again. This is a fun activity because you get a chance to learn how an engine really works, what's going on underneath the hood. And since they're all similar, whether it's a small engine or a big engine, you get a really good understanding of what's going on with it. Later on, we also learn about electronics in cars and how all the different systems in a car work. We'll learn how to change brakes. We'll learn how your brakes work. We'll learn about the cooling system, the electrical systems, brakes, steering, the chassis, all sorts of things. All along the way, we spend all this time out in the shop together, and we learn how to do this safely around with each other. This past year with the pandemic has brought a little bit of changes to the auto shop during this time, where students are mostly learning virtual but also hybrid. During this time, we've had students that have been continued to come in, and while they come in, they still get the same experience in the shop. But while you're virtual, we still cover the main components of it. I've spent a lot of time kind of making different videos and things for my own driveway, working on my own cars. You're not required to work on anything at home. However, we do make it as interactive as possible and so that you're still getting the main concepts of it. The nice thing about the auto programs here are that you have the opportunity to take up to 4 different years of automotive classes. So there are actually 4 different levels. We start with Transportation and Automotive Systems 1, which, like I mentioned, gives you a really good overview of the whole program, how to work on cars safely. You can progress into the second level, which is called Automotive Mechanics. In Automotive Mechanics, we sort of pretend that we're mechanics. We work on cars. We learn about all the different problems that could occur in cars, including the computer systems, how to kind of fix some computer problems with cars, as well as some of the basic maintenance, or a little more in depth on the maintenance. We learn how to change tires off the rims. We learn about some of the different performance systems that you can add on to cars, and how to go about choosing and selecting those and installing them. In the third level, Automotive and Power Systems Technology, that starts to take a little bit more look at things like the fuel injection system in depth, how the different sensors work on a car. We also take a closer look at how the cars are designed and engineered. So what's going on, in Detroit and overseas where car manufacturers are designing these cars? What are they thinking about, and how can you kind of, look into a career with that? We'll also look at some of the advanced manufacturing systems that they use, things like 3D printing, CNC equipment to cut out, pieces and parts out of metal. In the second level, third and fourth, we look at different types of welding. As the courses progress, we get a little more in depth with the welding to more precision welding like MIG welding, TIG welding, stick welding, so on and so forth. And then as we get to the fourth level is an awesome class. You've worked your way up to it. By that point, you know all the ins and outs of working safely on and in and around cars and how they're designed. And it's sort of a capstone course where you and a team of other students will actually design and build your own car. It's a small prototype car where we compete in a competition called the Shell Eco Marathon. And with that, you basically design and build a small car, same type of systems. It's got a steer, it's got a drive. Wouldn't exactly be a car you'd probably take down to ShopRite, but given the opportunity in past years, we've actually taken the car, packed it up, shipped it into a crate, shipped it out to California, and we've competed against other high schools and colleges in what's called the Shell Eco Marathon, and we compete in the Americas version of that. So I hope you'll consider taking an automotive class here at the high school. I'd like to take a minute or two and show you a little bit of around the shop and the classroom where we spend most of our time during these classes. So a little walk around the Lancer garage. Here we have one of our bays where we can bring cars in, as you can see, through a back entrance in the school. We're able to put the car up onto a lift and work in and around it and underneath it. Sometimes we work on student cars as they start to bring theirs in. We have demo cars and all different cars that we work on just to be able to get the experience of how to safely work on, in, and around cars. We also have some equipment that mechanics use to work on tires, take tires on and off of rims, and be able to use a computer system to balance them as well. We have a variety of tools that are available for use to be able to work on cars. We also have some pretty advanced equipment such as this CNC machine, which is used by some upper level students to design different pieces and parts for cars and be able to cut them out of metal. In previous years, we've competed in the Shell Eco Marathon in some of the fourth level classes, as well as after school and in clubs. This car has actually been put together entirely by students in the past, and in previous years has actually made its way out to California, Detroit, and Houston to compete against other colleges and high schools in the Shell Eco Marathon. It's received about 500 to 600 miles per gallon, so pretty neat concept. We do have a car that stays and lives here. It was donated by Schumacher Chevrolet, and its purpose here is to be able for you guys to work on and learn all about different cars, so that we don't have to kind of only rely on outside cars. We can change the oil, change the brakes, tires, and learn about all the different systems of a car right here. We also have a welding area where students get an opportunity to learn about things like MIG welding, TIG welding, and some various metal fabrication techniques as we progress through the different classes.